What's up, everybody? I'm Nova coming at you with another one. Request to have a look at FLT drone delivery. Um, Nice little run, and it went through its paces. It's now testing the 200. I think just about everything is going to be not doing well in the summer, so we'll be basically waiting to see where support is. That being said, we'll go really quickly through this. We can see RSI, higher lows. We also see these higher highs. So we have a channel of health, if you will. And it looks like we're about to pass the 50, which is a good signal. When that does happen, I think we'll start seeing more bullish movements. In the MACD, APO MACD, we've been below the zero cross, and you can see we got resisted by the zero, and we are still forming momentum to the upside. So far, we see good signs to get ready for a signal. Um, lower highs, lower lows, one higher low, heavy resistance with the moving averages. We're going to have to wait and see where things turn. If I stretch this out, we can start to see the wedge that will be forming, and we can try and figure out which way things are going to play. It's always safer to be bearish. We can see that this is kind of consolidating. We may finally end up somewhere around here, like so. And well, at some point, we're going to start seeing the green candles when the APO and MACD cross the zero, at which point that means higher momentum candles. Right now, this is low momentum, kind of like a stagnant doldrums accumulation. But we do have a gap here, so that likely will be filled. I don't know if we're going to just fill and reject, probably because we see the moving averages kind of heading that way. If price moves up, moving averages will start to table off, and we're not sure which one we're going to hit. But three death crosses basically is telling me that this is nowhere close to taking off again. It is going to try and fool us, though, so I'm not sure if we'll be in line here again. The 200 might take us up a little, and it might show us as a higher low, not exactly touching. Or it may want to throw us off and do like a kind of like a double bottom here. And then people start shorting, so it'll want to go the other way. The 100 might be right about here. So it might do one of these, at which point I'm not sure if we break out or if we continue down to lower lows. And the lower low being, right about there. So low momentum, slowly building up, right? Nothing is confirmed that this thing is going to take off again. I seriously doubt it is, based on the amount of time that we've been going through and the wedge that has formed here. So we'll have to watch the 111 to see. That might be the ultimate top, if you will. And if we have good momentum, then we stay above this somewhere, right? So price is going to want to do the opposite of what the chart is telling us, so that it can manipulate more traders to contribute. So right now, it looks promising, but it's not. It's not guaranteed. Lower time frames. I think maybe we could probably watch on the half day. We're just approaching the 0.5, so we may get a glimpse as to what's happening. We're just about to hit the zero again. We went through once, so and we broke down. So it could be that when we go through, we're actually going to find support. If that's the case, then that could be a good signal that things will start to accumulate to the upside. Watching the 1 hour, yeah, it's a little difficult to do. But I mean, I don't know. It might give you a glimpse. The 1 hour, maybe we'll see one more oversold and then hopefully find support on the 0.5, at which point we can look at the half day and see if we see confirmation above these moving averages and which way we're going. But right now, there's no entry signal for me. We're not above the 0.5. We do have signals that things are looking more bullish, but it does not mean enter. So we're below the 0. We're below the 50. We're below the 200. We're within this wedge. Compression will likely happen. So we'll see range compression first before a breakout up or down. And then once the breakout happens, we'll likely start to see range expansion again, depending on whichever way we're going. So short term, it looks like it's getting ready to do something. On the weekly, we can see why we got rejected. I'm sure in a previous video I said to watch out. This is the all-time high. Any trap traders were likely going to be exiting here and then the pullback. So, hey, Ganbox time. Let's try that. So we're going to square off from the lowest low to the highest high and make sure that that is where it is. Yeah, that's what I thought. Up there and down to here. Okay. And if we look at this, you can see we're below the 0.5, right? A strong continuation likely would have happened with a bounce above the 0.5. And where is ultimate support? I want to say $1.04. The reason why I'm saying $1.04 is where is it? Let me just delete this for a second. $91. Yeah, at this point right here, $1.03, $1.04. If we look left, that was resistance, and we had support. So horizontal line right about there. Now we can start to see maybe that's what's going to happen. A bounce around the $1 before we continue up. So I would be careful. I tried this video before and it got it cacked out on me essentially. So I'm looking at this volume candle, and then I'm looking at this volume candle right here, which was the biggest green buy signal, right? And that's sort of like where the major part of the rally happened. And obviously it was followed by a sell-off. And then I guess this first green candle, maybe do some backward testing and see if that's what happens in most trades. So we have a signal, biggest candle, green candle in the history, looking left, followed by the sell-off, and then the first green candle after that looks like the entry. And when was that? December 20th? Let's have a peek. And that technically is the bottom of that. We would have missed this run, but who cares? We just want forward movement. So December 20. Yeah, I was right around where these red candles are. Okay. Now, this cycle itself is supposed to end December 2021. So sometime this year, we could have the Halloween effect. This angle seems to be lining up with this 45-degree angle. Like if I compress this a little more. Sorry if this looks, go full screen for a second. There we go. So this seems to kind of argue the same thing, high, low, squared off. And now this 45-degree angle here looks like it's going to be possible future support. And I'm going to assume that this will try and then get rejected somewhere around here. So this thing is, bleeding out, and then the what is it, September to mid-December rally might happen, and then we have to look left to see where our resistance is. And as we're zeroing off, after this wedge completes itself and we do, like might do one of these and starts heading up, looking left, the resistance is around 151. So I'm thinking the entry will be around $1. If we do a lower low again, so it might be like a false rally, and then we will challenge the 150 mark. So that would be 50% run, right? So that's pretty much it. We'll go candles like so. Hopefully I didn't confuse people. And maybe I'll delete some of this stuff for the thumbnail, because the peep's gonna say something. Actually, I think it's cleaner like that. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. That is FLT. Feel free to comment. Be respectful. Trade safe.